What happens when Godzilla and an aircraft carrier ship make sweet, sweet love together? MechaGodzilla is what happens. So, with the Toho Godzilla films getting back on track with a new series of anime films, the next of which starring MechaGodzilla, we decided that it was time to gain some intel on this new adaptation, along with the classics of MechaGodzilla. Godzilla Planet of the Monsters was an attempt at a new vision of the origins of Godzilla, and so it followed a different but relatively similar path as the classic films. One of these paths was introducing the giant mechanical robot known as MechaGodzilla to the fray, constructed by humanity with the help of some alien people to be the last resort in ultimately finishing off Godzilla. Before MechaGodzilla could be activated, Godzilla launched a surprise attack and halted all attempts at even allowing the Death Machine to have a shot at the monster. While the monster planet MechaGodzilla will have to wait till Act 2 of the series to lay down some firepower on Godzilla, we already know how the mechanical monster has operated in the past. Sporting what is known as Space Titanium, the Showa series MechaGodzilla was supposed to be insanely durable, but Godzilla was able to cut through the armor like butter, so yeah, defense wasn't very good for the first MechaGodzilla. Capable of firing a rainbow-colored optical laser that was as powerful as Godzilla's atomic breath, its head could rotate 360 degrees, allowing the robotic monster to shoot down an opponent coming from any direction. And if the head was spun enough, a force field would be generated, protecting the monstrosity. Even when Godzilla ripped the thing's head off, it was still able to fire a death beam from this strange mechanical brain located in the back of the neck area. And we can't forget the missiles shot out of the giant's fingertips and other locations around his body. This machine could also shoot lasers out of its eyes, and even fly. Nothing was left to the imagination when showcasing the true power of MechaGodzilla. During the Showa series of Godzilla films, MechaGodzilla first appeared near Mount Fuji, disguised as Godzilla himself. This provoked other monsters like Anguirus to attack, but to no avail as the disguised MechaGodzilla defeated Anguirus, breaking his jaw even. The real Godzilla later appeared to combat the poser, and the disguise was soon removed, revealing MechaGodzilla. The two battled hard, both of them eventually having to fall back due to severe wounds and damage took. MechaGodzilla was repaired and once again set out to cause mayhem, this time against King Caesar, an ancient guardian monster. Just as MechaGodzilla was about to attack, Godzilla re-emerged, wanting some revenge. Combined with King Caesar, Godzilla managed to overwhelm and destroy MechaGodzilla, ending the threat. Rebuilt bigger and more bad than ever, MechaGodzilla returned in the Showa series to finish off what he and his alien makers had started: the control of our planet Earth and the death of Godzilla. This time, MechaGodzilla was aided by Titanosaurus, another powerful monster. Together they became a force that it was even too powerful for Godzilla to combat. And if it were not for the sacrifice of human forces and Katsura Mifune, he would have been defeated. However, the machine was shut down, which allowed Godzilla to gain the upper hand and knock MechaGodzilla down a ravine. Titanosaurus was also pushed back and never again seen. The Heisei series of Godzilla films finally decided to bring back MechaGodzilla, and this time they wanted to even take a step forward in making the giant death machine even more powerful, earning the name Super MechaGodzilla. Pretty original, right? The Heisei MechaGodzilla is protected by an armor plating made from an alloy called NT1, which is coated in the layer of artificial diamond. The coating allows it to absorb energy from energy blasts, such as Godzilla's atomic breath, which is then transferred to its primary weapon, the devastating plasma grenade, located on its waist. The armor is said to be able to withstand almost anything, as it was able to stop Godzilla's beam, which is theorized to reach temperatures of 1.2 million degrees Celsius. I can't even comprehend how hot that is, before finally going out of commission. Super MechaGodzilla can fire tranquilizer missiles from its hips, paralyzing missiles from two 3-cell rocket launchers on its shoulders. and shock anchor cables from its wrists, enabling the robot to deliver powerful electrical charges in a struck opponent. This was later modified into a weapon called the G-Crusher. This special weapon was even able to target Godzilla's second brain and take it out with one discharge, crippling Godzilla from the waist down. Super MechaGodzilla also has one last final weapon, and it just may be the most powerful. Garuda, a warship designed to combine with MechaGodzilla, was able to give the giant machine two massive cannons and the ability to hover above the ground for an extended use of time using the ship's thrusters. This ship could even aid MechaGodzilla in repairs, as it was seen fixing one of the eyes of the machine during the fight. Unlike the first version of MechaGodzilla, however, this version was not created by aliens looking to take over Earth, but by humanity for the sole purpose of killing Godzilla. And it almost worked. If it was not for Rodan appearing to sacrifice himself to save Godzilla, then Super MechaGodzilla would have been the first monster to ever kill Godzilla. Over the decades, MechaGodzilla has been one of Godzilla's greatest enemies. Time after time, these monsters duke it out, with Godzilla barely winning every time, and usually due to another monster or human sacrificing themselves to save the day. Looking onwards towards the future of Godzilla, specifically Planet of the Monsters, we know that MechaGodzilla is going to have a major part in it. What we don't know is how this monster will be represented, or how it will stack up to this new massive Godzilla. But one thing is certain: MechaGodzilla will give Godzilla Earth one hell of a fight. The past has proved this, but we mustn't forget that every time, Godzilla still wins. If you want more Godzilla lore, make sure to like and subscribe to show us your feels. Each monster in the Godzilla franchise has some sort of lore behind them, complicated or not. So if you want to learn more about a specific monster in the Godzilla series, make sure and let us know in the comments. This has been Jacob. Peace out.